I just liquidated my entire Homebuilder's portfolio, and you might be surprised as to why, considering home builders are currently on a run. Whether you're looking at PulteGroup, Lennar, or KB Homes, they have been performing fantastic over the last 6 months or so. So why in the world did I just sell my home builder stocks when it looks like the trend is your friend? Well, as Ray Dalio says, in order to make money investing, you have to bet against the consensus and be right. And I could be very wrong here, so this is not advice, this is not a recommendation. I just want to provide you a portfolio update to let you know what I'm doing and why. Recently, I have been pleasantly surprised by the performance from the home builders in my portfolio like KB Homes, PulteGroup, Lennar, and many more. But I've seen some information recently that has me scratching my head as to why the stocks are performing so well. It does not seem like they should be. Consider the United States NAHB Housing Market Index. That is the National Association of Home Builders. Home builders' confidence is at an extreme low right now. It is at a low that it was at first in 2020 before the bailout started, and it hasn't been that low since about 2012. So home builders right now do not have a positive outlook, but what about home buyers? Interestingly, home buyers right now are telling a very similar story. Home buyers think it is a very bad time to buy right now, with about 82% of respondents saying bad time to buy, and only 17% saying it's a good time to buy. Now, I want to be very clear with this. I'm talking purely about home builders right now. I am not bearish on real estate overall, and I did not sell any of my REITs or other real estate positions. This is specifically home builders. Now, we've all seen the pictures and the anecdotes and the stories of entire neighborhoods that these builders are building that are now sitting empty, sitting vacant, or they've just halted construction. Depending on where they are at in the construction process, maybe they've just cleared out some land and they're just now waiting. Because for 2020 and 2021, they were really behind. There was so much demand and they weren't letting anybody lock in any purchases because they thought the money's just gonna keep on coming in. The problem was supply chains were backed up, labor issues came in, and they couldn't finish the houses in time. Because they didn't let anybody lock in at the time, now any of the houses that are getting finished, people are walking away from at record high rates. Cancellation at KB Homes spiked to 68%. That is far worse than it was when 2022 started. And given the fact that this is caused primarily by mortgage rates making it cost prohibitive to buy these homes, this might continue. Because as the Fed continues to see inflation data that tells them they have to keep fighting, jobs numbers and inflation data saying, hey, you've got to keep on raising rates. Well, what's that going to do to mortgage rates? It's going to keep on pushing them up. And due to the supply and demand of housing right now, there's not a big collapse in home prices happening right now, which means home buyers are put on the sideline. They cannot afford these new homes. Because of that, home buyers who previously said, yeah, I'm gonna buy that new home, well, now that it's built, they're walking away from it. They just can't afford it. This begs the question, why in the world are companies that are building homes seemingly doing so well? I believe this comes down to one main thing, and that is the way these home builders report things. And basically what they report is extremely lagging. So yes, they had some good earnings, but in the next couple of quarters, it looks like all these cancellations are going to start showing up in their earnings reports as massive losses. And in recessions and bear markets, I'm not one to want to buy assets that look expensive or look like they've been performing well when they shouldn't. In fact, I want to do the exact opposite. That's what I teach in my bear market investing course, linked below. I teach you how to identify the best companies in the world and identify the prices that you should be buying them at so that you know you're getting them on sale. I like to buy companies that are cheap when you look at them and you say, this should be a lot higher price, but it's not, therefore it's a deal. Home builders right now look exactly the opposite. They look like they should be cheap, but they're actually expensive. Again, I could be missing something here and making an extremely bad call, but from everything I can tell, these stocks are expensive and they're very soon gonna be a lot less expensive. As always, really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.